How's the hand?
It's good. It's good. You know, that's the game. It comes with it. So now it's, you know, I was out there be able to play with minimal pain, and you know, it's just a pain tolerance thing at this point. So it's gonna get hit. It's gonna hurt for a little bit, but something that I can work through, and nothing that's, you know, hopefully nothing that'll keep me off the court.
Did you play more minutes than you expected today?
No, less minutes than I expected. I kind of got the reverse approach of trying to work my way back in. Let's just force it, and you know, it's only one way to do it, and that's to go out there and play through it. And I didn't have any minutes restrictions or anything, so I think, you know, Nurse was a little hesitant in the first half, and then as I started to play a little bit, he started to open up, and obviously ended up with about 30, 31 minutes. So definitely tested my win, but you know, it's just a testament to the work that we've been putting in these last 5 weeks.
When you're out, you usually see things that guys, you got a different perspective. What did you see? It seemed like you just jumped back in, Fred, without losing any rhythm at all.
Yeah, that's part of being a professional. Obviously, from the standpoint, you know there's going to be a little drop off, but you hope that it's not a lot, and you just try to jump back in seamlessly. And you know, I didn't see anything new that I didn't already know. It just kind of reassured what I already was doing, and just to go back out there with even more confidence, and pick your spots and find your spots and see where you can find your guys. So obviously, you know, as a professional, I want to get the win, and I probably could have played a little better. I had 2 bad turnovers, but you know, just as a human being, I'm just, you know, blessed and happy to be back out there playing with the guys.
Tell us about the turnover, the one at 102, 100.
Yeah.
You were going to Kawhi and
Yeah.
at the nail.
Yeah.
And, like, did you not see the guy?
Yeah.
Was the pass in the air too long? What happened?
A little bit of both. They did a good job of playing the first read, which was Kawhi on the other side. I had to bring it across and try to feed it to him again, and just, you know, trying to force our best player the ball there at the end to give us a shot. And Drummond made a heck of a play, and probably just a little bit of too much airtime and put Kawhi in a bad position there. So hindsight's 20/20. Maybe I do something else in that position, but you know, just trying to. It's our best player, one of the best players in the league, and just trying to give him the damn ball, honestly. And it didn't work out that time, but we still had our chances, and you know, learn from it and move on.
What do you make of 0-3 of the season series against Detroit, and what a potential playoff series would be like?
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough. You've seen it every year. There's teams that sweep other teams and get swept in the playoffs, and you know, I'm not sure how much long-term importance it has, but you know, they're a tough team, and they've shown that they compete with us well and they match up with us well. So you know, it would be a hard-fought playoff battle, obviously, if we were to see them, and you know, we got to learn from some of the stuff that we've done in the regular season and move on. But nobody's jumping off a building right now.
Finding the spacing, you know, giving you know, Kawhi either the outlets or the screen or where to be positioned on the floor, so we don't get you know, all crammed up next to one another and give them outlets. Just finding those things, I think it's helpful to see.
Are you close to?
Yeah, because yeah, I think so. I believe so, and just, you know, just finding those gaps, those spots on the floor, you know, and then just making the plays.
This is only the second game you've played with Fred, I believe, because he got hurt the first game, right? So I mean, what's he gonna bring in? What do you see out there being out there with him?
You know, he's a leader out there, very steady. You know, he makes the you know, sometimes in basketball seems easy to say, but he makes the simple play. You know, he makes the simple play. You know, as soon as they take the wrong step, he makes that pocket pass and allows you to make the next play. You know, he thinks the game. He's cerebral, and he's tough as nails. So, you know, all positive things to bring to a team that I saw from afar before joining the team, and now that you're a part of, you see, you know, even more how, you know, how important he is.
Marc, I was going to say, with these games left, I mean, tonight was played kind of at a high intensity, certainly down the stretch. Is there enough? Are you going to have enough opportunities to play that playoff type intensity to
mind approach? You know, the mindset, how you approach the game, and and approach regular season games, especially now, right now in the situation that I'm in, as a playoff game. Everything is preparing for those playoffs. The way you prepare for the game before the game, the way you you visualize what's going to happen. You've been in the team for such a short period. You got to prepare even more because you got to prepare also on the players that you have, and the tendencies and all those things, and prepare for the other team. So everything is a rehearsal, and you have plenty of chances to learn. And I'll, even though tonight we lost, I think there's a lot of positives that we can get from. And a lot of things that we can also clean up because things that we're going to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, we would have. I would have. I've really saved them. I might have saved them too late already, the way it was, and I wish I would have had one more to use there and give ourselves a chance. But I don't really remember the 98-98 play, what happened on it, but we had a couple. There, I think it was 102-100 when they got the big steal. That was probably a little bit bigger one. That was actually a play out of the timeout as well, and we just didn't execute the first part of that as well, and it got us in trouble in the second part of it. Yeah.
Stretch time. What did they do anything different?
Well,
offensively?
I mean, I think it was not. I think it was most of the stuff that we had seen, and I thought we got enough stops down there. I thought Marc might have got a clean steal there on the one when it was 100-100. Right. That's a minute 20 to go or something like that. That's a big one that put them, and then we went and turned it over the next possession. No, I mean, they gave it to Drummond. He made a couple pretty good plays, and Blake threw in a couple off balancers that were pretty well contested as well. About it.
You got some good minutes out of Fred coming back.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be happy about tonight. Fred obviously was really good. I thought there was some really good stretches with the Fred, Danny, Marc Kawhi combo there. They were really moving the ball, and we really were getting great shots there for a good portion of the game. So that was nice to see. And I think again, we just got to evaluate. I think we had a little letdowns again with the second unit, man. Maybe in both halves, and. It's tough because it's different second unit, with different guys in there, and Freddie moves kind of the first unit, etc. So just still keep plugging away and see which one of those guys are going to emerge.
Are you close to maybe thinking you're going to have to trim your rotation down to be your best team?
Not yet, Michael. I don't think. I think again, it's not. If I if I had the answers now, you'd do it, right? And I just think that all of them, they're all a little different, right? And you're talking about, well, the starters plus Serge are going to play, and Fred's going to play. So you're at 7, and now who's going to grab the last couple spots, right? It's going to be, OG's probably there, because of it positionally with Pascal, and he's I thought he played pretty good tonight. He had some great moments. He had a couple great moves. If those go in, he has a tremendous night, right? And a couple unfortunate roll off the rims. And then Norm, Jeremy, we're gonna have to figure out who's gonna be in there. And it might not be. It might be something where it switches every game or series or even a half. I think that's where we are. That's okay. That's okay.
Fred playing more minutes.
It's good. It's a good problem.
You kind of said his minutes might be down because he was feeling.
I assumed that going in there, and then I talked to him right before the game, and he said, "Hey, listen, I've really worked hard at my conditioning. I'm good. So you feel it." He said, "I'm telling you right now, I'm ready to play, and my conditioning's great. So it won't be. Don't baby my minutes. Just go with how you feel." And obviously, he had a great stint, and then we ended up starting in the second half, and put him back in the starter role really.
The flip side, I guess, is Jeremy wasn't giving you exactly what you were hoping or needing.
Well, I don't want to put it on him. We just weren't executing very well those stretches to start the game. That's the second time in a row we've kind of come out here and not executed very well at the start of the game, and you can't do that. And it's not just on him. It's all of us getting a little bit more down and dirty at the start instead of spotting them 10 or 12 like we in the habit of doing.
You're very aggressive. Kawhi was very aggressive the first 3 quarters, not as much in the third. I mean, was that or the fourth? Was that
Yep.
them taking him out of it a little bit? doubling him, stuff like that?
They were loading up pretty heavy on him and doubling him a lot. Yeah, and he was trying to find the right outlets. I think we got really good shots down the stretch. There was only one or two that got away from us, and that was more at the 9-10 minute mark where we had a couple of bad ones in a row that the shot clock kind of ran out and Norm ended up with it and had to heave ho one or something like that. But for the most part, other than the turnover on the one play. I thought we had some chances. We really did. That Kawhi made a great read, kicked it out to Marc for a wide open three. Would have put us up 3 there with a couple minutes to go. Those are big plays. Yeah. Kawhi missed him. Yeah, right to the front of the rim and rolled out. So, just didn't have we didn't have great bounces against this team this year late in the game.